Right, whilst I'm getting ready to do my personal best ever tricep dip of 65 kg, what I'm going to talk about is sleep, because all too often, especially when I live in Thailand, I live in Thailand, right, and I'm either +6 or +7 hours ahead from the UK. So I talk to someone in the UK, when I wake up in the morning, I'll talk to someone in the UK about 7 o'clock in the morning, sometimes even 9 o'clock in the morning for me. And I'm used to the time difference now. So I'll be talking to someone 7 hours back, which is 2 a.m. Why are people on their phones texting at 2 a.m., right? Unless you've got night shift work, unless you're a police officer or something like that, don't be on your phone at night, right? You need to have good sleep. I'm gonna gob off about sleep quite a lot now. The reason why sleep is so important is because it's about recovery. And I know that if I talk about recovery, people start going, oh yeah, no, recovery is really important. Ice baths and saunas and stuff like that. No, you shouldn't be doing saunas and ice baths if your sleep is absolutely broken. What you should be doing is have a routine of sleep, right? You should be going to sleep and waking up at exactly the same time every single day. Doesn't matter if it's the weekend, doesn't matter if it's a weekday. You should set that in stone. That's like number one most important thing is regularity. And it's not just me that says that, it's literally all the sleep experts like Brian Johnson and Mark Walker. Go and watch their videos on YouTube. Regularity is king. Another thing that I would do is eliminate all forms of blue light as much as you possibly can. Right, I take this to the absolute extreme in my house. When I get home after dark, right, I use this to do my night routine, okay, which is mental, right? This doesn't have any blue light in it, so I don't turn on any big lights. I've got a lamp next to my bed which emits a small amount of orange light. I put my phone on night shift mode, I put orange filters on it, and I reduce the white point. So I eliminate all blue light. One thing that I really want to do is actually get blue light blocking glasses. The reason why blue light you should be allergic to blue light in the evening is because it disrupts your body's ability to produce melatonin, right? If you're staring at an iPad screen on maximum brightness, you can delay your melatonin for up to 6 hours during your core sleep. That absolutely wrecks your deep sleep and your REM sleep. Deep sleep we need for muscle recovery, and REM sleep we need for brain recovery, right? So you've just absolutely kiboshed that out the window, right? Not good. Right, let me do this. This is 65, isn't it? This is bloody heavy. Right, let's go, let's go. Ah. Oh, PB, just like that. Out. That's a PB. Right, another thing with sleep is, actually another thing about light, you have to make sure that your bedroom is like completely pitch black, okay? So what I mean is, go in your bedroom at night, right, and close the curtains, turn off all the lights. If you can't see your hand in front of your face, that's how dark it needs to be, right? You have achieved that. We're talking putting tape on LED lights. Well, that's what I've done in my bedroom. Blackout curtains. There's no lights in there whatsoever. And then stop scrolling on your phone at like 2 or 3 a.m. I'm gonna put another 5 kg on this, and then that'll be 70 kgs, which is insane. Soon. I need to get it done soon, yeah. It's on my to-do list. Right, I had to go and get another 5 kg because I wanted to do a PB, another PB. The number one thing that I do for human performance is get as much sleep, as much quality sleep as I possibly can, every single night, without fail, as much as I possibly can. I aim for 100% sleep score every single night, right? My whole day revolves around sleep. So this is what I do, and this is what you can do to follow along whilst I load up 7 kgs on this belt. All right, your night routine starts in the morning. Okay, so the moment that you wake up in the morning, whether that's naturally or by an alarm, right? You wake up in the morning and you need to expose your eyes to sunlight, ideally, immediately, right? For 10 minutes, okay? If you were in the UK or you're in a dark country and you wake up in the morning and it's dark outside, you need to invest in a SAD lamp, a 10,000 lux SAD lamp, okay? And the reason why we do that is that blue light then produces cortisol, the stress hormone, reduces melatonin, makes you feel awake, and it also sets your circadian rhythm so that then 16 hours later, you fall asleep, right? So you wake up in the morning, you get that bright sunlight, okay? Your night routine, it starts there, right? And then 16 hours later, you go to sleep. Then you go about your day, right? Attack the day with speed and aggression, go to the gym, do your work, whatever it may be, okay? Ideally, you'd work out in the morning. If not, we can work out in the evening. Now, the evening is the most important part. You need to get this right? You can't be consuming stimulants in the evening. In fact, I tell my clients don't consume stimulants like caffeine after midday, okay? To make sure that it's not in your system for when you go to sleep. And then you shouldn't be eating or drinking or doing workouts within 4 hours of your sleep time. And the reason for that is, imagine if you do a workout, imagine revving an engine of a car with a turbo on it as hard as you possibly can and then turning it off. It's not good for it, especially the older engines, right? You want to let your body calm down. So if you go and do like an acid bath, like WOD workout half an hour before bed, you are going to be wired trying to fall asleep, and it's just, you're not going to be able to fall asleep. So don't do that. Eating as well, it spins up all of your digestive system. So when you eat your last meal of the day, like 1 or 2 hours before bed, half your body is still awake digesting that food. Right, this is 70 kgs. Let's fucking go. Oh my God, he's only going fucking done it. That's insane. Oh my God. So yeah, evening is like super important. So like 4 hours before you go to sleep, you want to be winding down essentially, right? If you've got your own business, you work long hours, I would suggest not doing any work 2 hours before you go to sleep, just to make sure that you've properly calmed down. One habit that I have been doing, which has definitely improved my sleep, because I measure it all on here, right, is not eating 4 hours before I go to sleep. It has helped massively, like hugely. My heart rate variability has gone up, sleep score's gone up, really well rested every single morning when I wake up. It is fantastic. Wow, 70 kg dip. I also just want to add on a myth about sleep and soldiers. One of the stereotypes for soldiers is that they have the ability to fall asleep anywhere at any time. The reason why soldiers can fall asleep anywhere at any time is because they're so massively sleep deprived that they need to sleep. Their brain is like, we just need to sleep right now. I've got a story, okay? One time I was in Wales on an exercise and we got a CH-47 back to camp in England, right? Short Chinook ride. There was about 90 troops on the CH-47 and I was sat on the floor. It's a very loud and very uncomfortable vehicle to be on, and I slept for the entire journey because I was so sleep deprived. Now, if you have the ability to sleep anywhere at any time and nothing wakes you up, you're probably sleep deprived. Seriously. Also, another myth is, and I've talked to people online about this, some lads that want to join the military, they feel like they have to practice being sleep deprived. Now, that's not a thing, right? If you think about it, you want your sleep to be as good as possible so that when you come to a stage where you inevitably are going to be sleep deprived, in training, for example, you want to have as much sleep before that as possible so that your battery is kind of like charged before you then go through a week of sleep deprivation. Why would you practice sleep deprivation before sleep deprivation? Why would you be deprived before you are deprived? That's like not eating before you know that you're not going to be able to eat. Let's say that you go on a military exercise or some training where you don't eat for 4 days. Would you not eat for 4 days before the 4 days? Or would you eat as much as you possibly could? It makes sense, doesn't it?